So, as the time is doing what it's doing and the world continues to turn and you're turning with it, many people are trying to pump the brakes and not facing the opportunity to go in and purge through the merging and let things bubble up to the surface to be resolved, dissolved, forgiven, and let go. So many people are flipping from being compassionate to almost being in this dark place. But they're staying in the dark place too long because they're not recognizing the split in consciousness as a healthy thing, as an opportunity to let go. So I, for myself, have found myself with a foot in both worlds all the time. Then what happens is there'll be a shift, and then the stance between both feet become wider and wider and wider. And so I'm living physically in one and energetically and physically in another, and I can see both very, very clearly. But every time we have a split in consciousness, we're not allowing enough time for the acclimation period, for the adjusting, for the time for the physical and energetics to calibrate every time a gear shifts and we split into a different, whatever you want to call it. I don't like to get caught up in timelines and all that stuff, but it is one of the reasons why you're seeing, sensing, and feeling. What's today? Where am I supposed to be? Man, I could have sworn this. What week is it? How did this month go so fast? Those kinds of things. Why is it one day I feel I'm at peace and we're at peace, and the next day everything explodes? So these peaks and valleys are opportunities to go in and do more research on ourselves and to tap into more research sources within the research that we're doing with self. So we're exploring these pathways. But what is happening with this flip time frame, it's taking people from compassion into this dark space, but because they're not recognizing it as an opportunity, they're staying in this space too long. And so they're calibrating more with disharmony, depression, sadness, despair, victimism. And I can see it clearly from where I am, and I can no longer go in and reach and pull people out. They're going to have to want to by reaching out to sessions with me. That's what I mean by opening up the window and going out it. So in my discussions with Spirit about a lot of the people that are getting stuck here want to exit the planet. So you're hearing about death, suicide, a lot more illnesses, because people are creating situations that they don't have to quite face their responsibility to do the work and process whatever it is they need to process, and look at it as a good thing, a final dissolve, resolve, forgiveness, love, let go. They're getting stuck too long. So we have these massive shiftings happening right now planetarily and energetically in the universe, but it's all divinely planned because it's giving you that last chance to brush some of it off, and some of it you're going to have to dig embeddedness out and bring it out. So anyway, it was about fine-tuning your instrument. It was know the difference between a trigger to release and let go, and to know the difference between a trigger to hang on and sort through. Again, know the difference between a trigger to release and let go, and know the difference between a trigger to hang on and to sort through. Each are an opportunity to grow and learn. Each are an opportunity to grow and learn. Yes. Yes, indeedy. So maybe there isn't a reason for you to exit the planet. Maybe there isn't a reason for you to create all these blocks and obstacles so that you don't have to see what it is you need to do. Maybe you work on your mindset and go, I need to fine tune my instrument so I understand more clearly, or at least see through some of the smoke, and have a little bit of an idea if I'm taking mini steps or I'm taking big strides to get to another location, physically, mentally, emotionally. Get it? Going to the next level requires prep and practice. Arriving at the next level requires prep, practice, preservation, and perseverance. Because sometimes when we get to the next level, we realize, oh boy, this feels unfamiliar. This feels like uncharted territories. I asked for this, I'm at the next level, but it was also really comfortable, I think. Or maybe I just now realized I was a lot more comfortable back on the other level. So we have a foot in both worlds. But the longer we allow ourselves to be on that new level, to breathe through it and to calibrate, it'll settle in. And then the other world will seem like but a distance. You'll still remember it, but this is a metaphor for many stepping stones that we're going through our evolvement. We're evolving, but we have to be involved with the evolving. And it starts with the full center of self. You have to fully be centered with self so that when you're got a foot in both levels, both worlds, metaphor, of course, and you're straddling and it feels uncomfortable, you allow yourself to breathe and just be in it. What is it showing you? Develop the trust. Know that you have all the golden nuggets and the tools there. You just need to allow yourself to just balance in better harmony in the space and the place that you're currently in. And that what felt uncomfortable will subside. It will subside. And you'll learn to be more responsive and receptive to walking into that space and ready for the next level, because it's going to appear more rapidly now as the universe changes and the world turns and you turn in it. So you can either tumble around out of control, feeling like everything else is taking you along for a ride. You want to pump the brakes and you want to create every excuse or illness or obstacle, or maybe you want to exit and opt out. It might not be the lesson in it that you were to learn. Maybe you needed to sort through that by fine-tuning your instrument and know thyself more intimately. And they keep showing me like you're stretching and the stretch feels impossible and it is so tight. Like take those hamstrings. But if you breathe through them and you really hold that space for honestly 2 minutes, 3 minutes, which may feel like an eternity, you'll eventually let go of the tension in the rest of your body that's helping to hold, and you'll learn to breathe, and then you'll feel the muscle kind of give away a little bit, kind of relax a little bit. And then it may take multiple practices, preparations, and perseverance, and preservation and perseverance and preservation and perseverance, practice and prep, to where you actually feel comfortable with the results, because you're allowing yourself the time to acclimate. You're allowing yourself the time to fine-tune this beautiful instrument. And if you want to learn some custom blended ways on how to do that unique to you, well, embodimentofthesoul.com. In the meantime, hit like, subscribe, and share. In the meantime, keep on breathing and doing that beautiful energetic exchange of gratitude for the oxygen you take in and the carbon dioxide you give the plants, for them now to do the transference and send it back to you. Life is beautiful, my friends. Learn to interact with it. Learn to dialogue and have conversation with all of you by embodying your soul and its missions and multiple purposes on many different levels. Why the hell you are here? Yes. Now let's get to it. All right, like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see y'all on the next video.